morning everybody, it's Thursday the 10th of November and I'm up on my morning run. It's just after 6 o'clock in the morning, and as you might have been able to see on that sign, I'm just entering the South Creek Reserve in the suburb of, well, I think it's Kramer or it might be Wheeler Heights, I'm not sure, on Sydney's northern beaches. And from here, it's a couple of hundred metres, I'm going to take the Jamieson Park Trail that goes along the southern shore of Narrabeen Lagoon in an easterly direction. You've got all that figured out. Last week I made a video where I was on the other side of the lake, or the lagoon, and showed the infrastructure, the raised boardwalks and the bridges and so on. This time I'm going around the lagoon in the opposite direction. Hoping to give you a bit of a sense of what that side of the lagoon is like. From the start of the trail to Jamieson Park is about 2 and a bit kilometres. Just entering the Jamieson Park Trail here. And although it's a dirt trail as opposed to concrete paths, raised boardwalks on the other side, it is the made trail in the sense that someone's come here and sort of carved it out of the bushland, and I assume the council or councils kind of maintain it on a regular basis. Should be able to just see the lagoon directly ahead of me there, and lots of these silver plaques, which I think are called interpretive plaques because they help you to interpret a landscape, and I'm sure they have information about the flora, fauna, and maybe some history of the First Nations people from this area. Been here a couple of times this week. In fact, this is the third time. I came on Monday just to run in what I'm claiming is an anti-clockwise direction around the lagoon. I came again yesterday with the idea of filming this and I used another camera, and turned out the footage wasn't very good, and mostly what you could hear was the sound of my shoes and no commentary, so I had to jump that and come out and do it again today. I've been watching a few running videos on various YouTube channels lately. Always looking for a bit of inspiration or an idea, a bit of motivation. Just I don't always take in what they say, or I don't think I consciously take it in. Not because I disagree with it, it's just you get in your own habits and ways of doing things, and then it's hard to break those habits. I came across one guy recently, he's an Australian guy, and he's in Victoria somewhere, and since most of the others I've come across from the UK, the United States, or South Africa, it was good to hear an Australian voice and see the Australian bush. Nothing wrong with the other people. Feel their advice is all very good and useful. But it's nice to hear people that sound like you, and even an area like yours doing it. I'm not sure what you call this type of vegetation here, maybe temperate rainforest. Look at all these ferns on the right, which I think are called bracken ferns, but I don't know anything about plants, so I could be wrong. Getting back to the running guy, he had a lot of things to say, and most of them very similar to what other running videos say. I guess there's only so much information about what is essentially put on your shoes and your t-shirt and shorts or whatever it is, and just get out and do it. But he made 2 points that I thought were interesting. One was that you should run to a time, and by that he meant you should say, well, I'm going to start running and I'm going to run, I don't know, let's say 5 minutes. Now if you've never run, 5 minutes is a long time, but so you do that, and after a while your body becomes conditioned to the 5 minutes. So you run for 6 or 7 minutes or whatever it is. But let's say you're a regular runner and you say, oh, I'm going to run for 30 minutes. That's all I can afford of a morning at the moment. I'm going to run 30 minutes. So 15 minutes there, turn around, 15 back. Don't obsessively watch the clock, but check it every now and again until you know you reached your 15 minutes. Turn around, go back. Then you'll find that after a while, where the turnaround point was is further away from where you started than when you first started running. Because again, your body has got used to running, and so you can run further in the same time. I'll come back to that point in a moment, because the other point Imagrus to forget about is Strava or Stravia, I can't remember which. I think Strava. Well, I don't have that app on my phone, so I don't have to forget about it. But I think the idea was you forget about all the running apps where you're uploading your data to some place where there's league tables of some sort, and where you're comparing yourself to other runners. Still, perhaps keep the data from your watch and post it, let people know what you've done and so on. But the reason he suggests you get rid of the league table ones is it can be a bit demoralising. You've gone out and you've worked hard and you've run a good run, or you think you have, and it turns out when you upload your data that others have done better than you, and you feel a bit dispirited. So his suggestion is just forget about all that. Put on your stuff, go for your run, set your time, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever it is, turn around, come home, and always, as I think we all do, aim for self-improvement. Now, the other thing, going back to the first point about training the body, there is that term that people use, muscle memory, and bearing in mind I'm no expert, I don't know anything about physiology or any of that sort of stuff. I used to think that was a bit of, I don't know, I'm going to say an old wives' tale or something. But I had a change of mind thinking about it, because I recently sold my two-wheel motorcycle and bought a three-wheel motorcycle, and anyone who owns a bike knows one of the things you do when you get on a bike is you reach for the levers, brake lever, clutch lever. Now, a three-wheel motorcycle has neither of those. It has what's called a semi-automatic transmission without a clutch, and it doesn't have a front brake lever. It has front brakes. It has one pedal which activates all three brakes. But I find myself sometimes when I'm riding and needing to stop suddenly, my right hand reaching for that non-existent brake pedal or brake lever. So I'm putting that down to muscle memory. So muscle memory in running, you obviously got to train your legs to run distances, whether it's to the next marker on your path, or 5k or 10k, whatever your distance is. You've got to train your legs, you've got to train your body, and in particular your legs, because they're doing all the work. So they will build up a memory, and whereas when you first started out you thought, crikey, 5k, that's a distance, I don't know if I can do that. You keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it, and before long, I'm not going to say it's easy, but your legs get used to that, and they know that distance And I know it myself, when I'm doing these sort of daily runs, if for some reason some strap for time or something, I run less than 5, or even if I only run the 5, sometimes my legs, they just feel cheated. They don't feel as if they had the full workout. Just coming to this Jamieson Park now, nothing spectacular about it. It's just a park, barbecues, I think, toilet, but it's that sort of stuff. On the shore of the lagoon. Keep camera rolling for a bit longer while I finish making this point. So that leg muscle memory, your heart's a muscle, and it soon builds up a memory of being worked hard, getting up to its high rates and pumping and so on. And you start running. And the other thing that needs training, I'm not sure if it's a muscle in that sense, is your brain. So I think there's a psychology to running. I know some mornings I get up and I think, what course will I do? Well, I thought about the course I'm going to do, and I know, well, there's that hill. Oh, I hate that hill. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And finally I give myself an uppercut, get out of bed, keep the gear on, and I go and do the run, and I go up that hill, and it's my brain that needs to be trained to say, all right, you did it yesterday, or you did it the day before, or last week, or whatever, so you can do it again. Stop looking for excuses to avoid doing it. Just get out there and take it on. And I think that's that thing is training your brain is part of all your running. You've got to convince yourself psychologically that yes, you can do whatever it is that you've set out to do that day. Now by that I don't mean keep going till, or when things are painful. I don't mean just a bit of discomfort because you're breathing hard. I mean when you're feeling some real pain. I don't mean keep pushing past that. There's a cliche about something is pain leaving the body. I don't agree with that. Pain is pain, and some days your legs feel a bit heavy. That's not pain, it's just they feel a bit heavy. But even those days, listen to your body, and it might be saying to you, all right, that's enough for today. Don't overdo it, because you'll end up with some sort of injury, and then you'll be not running for a while longer. So the psychology of training the brain as well as training the physical body is important. And I came across another guy who's the English bloke, can't remember his name. If I can find the link, I might put it in the description. And he starts off by like myself saying, no expertise, no training, no qualifications, just what he's done. But he said at one stage he was massively overweight, and he decided to do something about it. So started to exercise, took up running and so on, and took up park run. Interesting how lots of things lead to park run. He took up park run, and once he'd been doing it for a little while. You go out on a Saturday and you do the park run, and then the rest of the week you spend recovering and feeling stiff and sore and tired. Then you do it all over again the following Saturday. And of course that's not a lot of fun. So you realise, well, one of the things you've got to do is you've got to do this on a more regular basis. That doesn't necessarily mean doing it every day, but at least say 3-4 times a week with some recovery days, so your body and your mind can recover, and so the benefits will accrue to your body. But the most interesting point he made was that if you want to improve your park run time, and he wanted to get his under 20 minutes, so he says the idea is to run slow. Now, it doesn't make any sense. You think, well, you want to run faster on Saturday, you can run faster every other day. But he says run slow and run longer distances the other days of the week. And again, it'll be that psychology thing. As I say, I'm training my physical body, legs, my heart, so forth, and I'm training my mind so that when I get to the Saturday 5k, I'll have done 10, 12, 15, maybe more. He was running 50k's as a stretch and ultra marathons, and I'm not suggesting you do that, but I think you'll find that if you, on your training days, putting those 10, 15k runs a couple of times a week, but at a slow pace, that you get to Saturday and at the end of the 5k you'll think, wow, I got there and I'm in much better shape than I thought I'd be. Not to be arrogant and say, oh gee, how easy was that? It's not. But because you've done all those other distances through the week on a regular basis, your mind again is used to going long distances, so the 5k doesn't seem like such a daunting task. Now, in my case, I'm sort of trundling along here at a conversation pace so I can give you this commentary. But I know that on a Saturday, because it's an event, I don't want to call it a race because there's no ribbons and no prizes, but I mean, you are racing yourself and you're racing the clock, and you're always chasing somebody and there's always someone behind you. I mean, that seems it's a race, but I know on a Saturday when I go out to do park run, I run at a different pace, not much faster. Well, I don't think it is. I'd like to run faster, but I haven't got to that yet. But as I said, there are people I'm chasing. There are people who are chasing me, and I want to be in front of them. I run a bit faster, and I feel I'm able to do that because I'm physically putting the work, and the body's used to whatever it is, the distance. But psychologically, the mind has said, oh, you ran 10k's, 12k's, 15k's, whatever it was on that day. This is 5. So you'll be able to do it without any trouble. That's my theory anyway. So recorded a bit more than I intended to. We're almost at the end of the southern side of this lagoon. A couple of bridges to the left of me there. One is the road bridge, which I think is the Pacific Highway, and the back structure next to it, which is not open yet, is a pedestrian bridge, which is going to be good when it's open. So we've reached the eastern point of this track, I think. I'm going to take a left and go north, and then another turn and go along the northern shore in a westerly direction on the other side of the lagoon. Back to where I started from. Not sure how well you can hear me over the car traffic, but thank you for watching. I hope some of it has been informative or interesting. Get out and do your run. Maybe I'll see you somewhere on a run, or I'll see you at a park run event somewhere. Thank you for listening and watching, and I'll talk to you next time.